So I've finally been able to nab a video card that I've been waiting for a while to bring to you. It took me quite some time, but there's nothing worse than waiting all that time to finally get that video card and then find out you're missing that cable, you're missing that adapter. Your case isn't big enough. Don't worry, my friends. In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and a brief overview of the SAPPHIRE Radeon Nitro RX 6600 XT Gaming OC, model number 11309-01-20G. We're going to be going through all the features, specifications, how the card looks, measuring the card, how much power it takes up, and all that good stuff in this video to prepare you when you finally get that card so you don't have to wait anymore. So let's get started. Alright, so here we are again, the SAPPHIRE Radeon Nitro RX 6600 XT Gaming OC card. Along the front, SAPPHIRE Nitro overclocked 1080p FHD gaming, 8 gigs of memory GDDR6, PCIe 4.0 support, HDMI, and DP as well. So the card is built off of the AMD RDNA 2 architecture. And along the side here, Nitro, Radeon, nothing special. So back here we can see the minimum system requirements. SAPPHIRE recommends a 500 watt power supply. Now as it is, the card will consume 180 watts. The rest of that is for your system, of course. SAPPHIRE Nitro AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT graphics card. Nothing that special along here, just kind of going over some of the features. Bottom of the card, serial number, QR code, all that good stuff, UPC. And along the top, nothing much. So let's go ahead, open it up. All right, so we can see nothing else in the box. Plain brown box. No real reason to have pretty art on this inner box. Kind of difficult to open for some reason. All right, so first off, we have the required representative in Germany little paper. It's included in all the SAPPHIRE cards. It shows here the manufacturer of the video card. Blank on the back. Now here is the SAPPHIRE graphics card quick installation guide. You don't have to worry too much about this. I'm going to be showing you in the upcoming video how to uninstall your old video card and install this brand new video card coming up soon. Either way, the information on there is very basic. I'm going to put this aside right now just to see what else comes in this box. So a bunch of foam, little guy here, and you know, nothing else in this box. So if there's any kind of VGA, DVI, any sort of adapters, I'll list them down below, but it does not include any. Okay, and then here we have the video card itself, or the card wrapped up. This is a different approach. It looks a little bit different. So first off, they do have all this wrapping on here. You want to make sure, now it's not going to stop any of the fans or airflow, but you want to make sure you remove it all. That's kind of nice. You remove it all before you install it. You don't want any of that to fall in your system. And there's usually some over here. I don't see it right now, but either way, the card does look actually very nice. Now it looks like they went over a different design aspect on it. I'm not used to seeing this gray bar here on a Nitro card. It's not a Pulse. Then over here, Radeon Sapphire. Over here we can see there is only a single 8-pin PCIe connection. All right, and then over here we have a little 3-pin ARGB connection, so you can connect this into your motherboard using SAPPHIRE tricks to control all of that, and I'll have a separate video on how to do that as well. Then over here we have the BIOS switch, so more than likely the switch over here, you might be able to see that right there, is coming in the default mode, but you can switch it over to go into the overclocked, controlled by the SAPPHIRE Nitro software. Again, I'm going to show you how to do all of that. Just switching it back, just so that I don't forget. Then also in here, we can see the heat pipe and the heatsink down here. Then over here, the 8-pin PCIe connection. Yes, it needs to be connected. Along the back, we can see the fins of the heatsink to keep everything nice and cool. Now, this has been introduced a little while ago, but I still love to see it on new video cards. The fact that first off, it does have a back plate to help, the card from sagging a little tiny bit. But the fact that it is open back here so that you can see those fans spinning through the fins of the radiator, that helps blow heat out into your system up this way. And then typically there's going to be a fan out of here exhausting, and then maybe sometimes some fans along the top of the system for liquid cooling, also exhausting, so helping keep some of that heat off of the card. I love when they do that. Then the back of the card, in typical Sapphire, I was going to say Nation, but in typical Sapphire design, the back plate and then all of these kind of little techie designs here, saying Radeon here. Open along here is the back of the GPU with the GPU support. So the card measures 9.5 inches in length. From the top of the card to the bottom, we're at about 5.25 inches in height. And the card is almost 2 inches tall. So then along the bottom of the card, we have the model number, serial number, part number. I've had to kind of blur it out. Sorry about that. And then along the back over here, we can see covered, and I'll remove that right now, 3 display ports, 1, 2, 3, and 1 HDMI port. Now, both ports are able to support 7680 by 4320, or both types of port are able to support that, and you are able to simultaneously use all 4 of these ports. Then along over here, we can see where the card will exhaust from, aside from back over here, and surely some out over here as well into your system. Now, the card does have 2 fans. Sapphire calls their Dual X cooling technology with precision fan control, intelligent fan control, 2 ball bearing fans. Cards also do support fan check through tricks and then fan quick connect, so that if, let's say, one fan dies, you can take the fan out and pop it back in really quick and really easily without having to 100% dissect the video card. Now again, this is based off of AMD's 7nm RDNA 2 architecture. The card has a boost clock of up to 2607 MHz, a game clock of up to 2428 MHz. It has 2048 stream processors, 32 megs of infinity cache, 32 ray accelerators, and 8 gigs of 16 gigabits per second GDDR6 effective memory clock. So while this is a lower end card, AMD made this card for 1080p gaming, and definitely it's going to be great for that. The card also supports DX12 Ultimate and will also utilize AMD's Smart Access Memory, all on a PCIe 4.0 bus. It will also support PCIe 3.0. The card also supports AMD FreeSync, video streaming up to 8K, Radeon VR Ready Premium, AMD Fidelity FX, Radeon image sharpening. Now also, aside from all that, they do have some sort of new design right over here. Now that's not going to be for anything cooling related or anything along those lines, but it is nice, just a little bit nicer to look at. Being the bottom of the card, I don't know that you're going to be looking at it very much, but it's there and it looks different from all their other designs. I kind of like it being a little bit different. So we've gone over all the features and specifications of the card, what comes in the box. Unfortunately, not much comes in the box, so down in the description I'll have a few links for some of the adapters. Unfortunately, because of the times, not only is it difficult to find the card, but when you do find the card, the prices are well over MSRP. Now mind you, this is a third-party card. It will never be MSRP. It's always going to be higher from anyone that you buy from other than AMD, because they have to do their R&D for proper cooling, all their designs, the heat sinks, all the third-party stuff, tools, applications. You have to pay for that as well. So just realize that even 12 years from now, when we don't have any of these kind of issues, you are always going to pay more than MSRP. Now, aside from that, I bought this particular card on Roadcast, which unfortunately was a lot more than MSRP, but that is for anybody right now. So if you like this video, go ahead, click like and subscribe to stay up to date. The next video is going to be on installing the video card, removing the old video card, popping in the new video card, and then benchmarking, gameplay, all that good stuff. So definitely stay tuned. Also, if you feel like this video has helped you and you want to support the channel, go ahead and buy me a cup of coffee. It helps a ton. Well, as always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the description below. I read and reply to every single one of them. This is Iggy with ThisBytesForYou out. See you guys.